You know, there was one Mount Everest, and Sir Edmund Hillary did it in '53. There's only one spot in the ocean. It's 7 miles down. That's the bottom of the Mariana Trench, and Don Walsh did that. So that's a valid question. Are there still frontiers like there were in the 50s and 60s? Yes and no. There are what we would call artificial boundaries that people create to become the first at whatever. But I think as we move forward in exploration, I mean, there's Mars, there's landing on an asteroid, there are all kinds of boundaries, there are all kinds of limitations. So we have to continue to develop technology, rocket engines that go faster, ways that we can live in space. You're always going to have somebody at the top of the pyramid who's going to be the Neil Armstrong. I mean, again, NASA, 400,000 people, all those other astronauts, the Wright brothers, Chuck Yeager, building up to when Neil walked on the moon. So you're still going to have that one person on the pinnacle. So what we have to think about is, what are we going to create that is going to allow us to exponentially move? You'll have these sweet spots, I think, like the 50s and the 60s in history, you know, where suddenly all the building up reaches a plateau and you're ready to take the next step, whether that be to Mars, if it's in space. Well, the key, though, is technology. Someday, when we have to get off this Earth, there will be enough means to do it if we keep pushing. Think how far we've come since 1900. Look at that. Just exponentially in technology. And imagine, with all these computers that we have, what we can do in the next 100 years if we don't destroy ourselves. What makes explorers explorers is that you don't know if it can be done when you try to do it. And you know, back when Bannister broke the 4-minute mile, no one thought it could be done. When Tom Sneva broke the 200-mile-an-hour barrier at Indianapolis, no one thought it could be done. When Yuri Gagarin went up into space, no one thought we could do it. When we split the atom, they always said the atom's the smallest thing, it can't be split. You gotta think that way. You gotta think, all right, I could think like 99% of the world and say it isn't possible, or I could think like the 1% and says, well, because over and over in history we've shown that we can do things that no one ever thought could be done.